Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fluent English Studio. Today I'm going to tell you a simple but meaningful story, and I want you to listen carefully and try to repeat after me later. Let's begin. One morning I was walking to work and the weather was quite lovely. It was a bit chilly, but the sun was shining and everything felt calm and peaceful. I was walking along the pavement, thinking about my day, when suddenly I noticed something on the ground. It looked like a wallet. I stopped, looked around and thought, that's odd. Someone must have dropped it. I picked it up and checked if anyone was nearby, but the street was quiet and there was no one around. I opened the wallet carefully. Inside there was some cash, a few bank cards, and an ID card. The name on the card was David. I thought to myself, oh dear, he must be really worried right now. I stood there for a moment, not quite sure what to do. Then I thought, well, I can't just leave it here, can I? So I decided to have a proper look at the address on the ID. Luckily, it wasn't too far from where I work. So instead of going straight to the office, I changed my plan and decided to return the wallet first. As I was walking, I kept thinking about David. Maybe he was already looking for it. Maybe he was feeling stressed because of the money and cards. You know, losing a wallet can be a real nightmare. After a short walk, I arrived at the address. It was a small but nice flat. I knocked on the door and waited. A few seconds later, a man opened the door. He looked a bit confused at first. I smiled politely and said, "Hi, excuse me, are you David?" He said, "Yes, that's me." Then I said, "I think I've found your wallet." He looked at it and suddenly his face changed completely. He looked so relieved and said, "Oh my goodness, thank you so much. I've been looking for it everywhere." I said, "No worries at all. I'm just glad I could help." He quickly checked inside the wallet and everything was still there. He smiled and said, "Honestly, you've made my day. I really appreciate it." I felt happy and a bit proud, to be honest. Sometimes doing something small can have a big impact on someone else's day. After that, I said goodbye and continued on my way to work. As I walked, I kept thinking about what had just happened. It reminded me that being kind doesn't cost anything, but it means a lot. Now, let me ask you something. What would you do if you found a wallet on the pavement? Would you try to find the owner, or would you take it somewhere safe? Try to answer using English. For example, you can say, "I would try to return it to the owner," or "I would take it to the police station." Keep practicing every day and don't worry about mistakes. The more you speak, the more confident you will become. Thank you for learning with Fluent English Studio. See you in the next lesson.